All right, December 9, 1942. Um, I don't have a lot going on, but I don't know what he's going to be doing on for his part. Let's get this a little lower, at least for me. I don't know how these sounds affect or come through for you, but he's doing his nightly night bombings. Okay, that's right. I have some day air operations over Chiang Mai. This is kind of a test to see how it goes because I don't know if I'm ready to test Molmine. I wanted to have Prom up and I can fly some sweeps here from Prom. Um, but I'm coming in from Mandalay and bombing from Lashio. Anyway, let's get through this bombardment. Some small supply hits there. Um, Supply is kind of an issue at Rangoon. I'm not a I'm not too excited about that. The proposition of having no supplies there. Um, it occurs to me, I don't know how many people watch these videos, have it as background, kind of a background thing versus actively watching. So probably I should, just in case, maybe I should narrate a little bit more. I don't like to say too much because you can see what's going on, but at the same time, if you can't see what's going on, then you can't see what's going on. And I forgot about this too. We have a sweep going in at Revolve because we're gonna bomb the place. We got B-17s coming out of Port Moresby, B-17Fs to be exact, and we're gonna hit the place as hard as we can, put it out of commission. Part of the reason we're doing this is if I can minimize the danger of Bettys and Nells coming from Revolve, hitting our ships that are dropping troops at Tulagi, that's ideal for me. And our invasion of Tulagi should begin tomorrow, so we'll need the base kind of beat up first. Apparently, we're not getting the better of him. Now, I don't know if it's because he's flying cap so high or if it's because his radar picked it up. I don't know the situation here. Um, but I'm surprised P-38 Lightnings are not destroying these Zeros. They're like I saw damage. I'm surprised it's not just complete. If we hit a zero with a P-38, with the guns on the P-38, seems like we'll just shred the thing, but I don't know. Yeah, there's a destroyed Zero. Wow, he's got a lot of these Zeros flying cap, which, that's smart because with me controlling a Rabal, I imagine he's been flying cap daily for this very reason. I could have I could have done night bombings, but that just does so little, if any, damage. Ooh, Alright. This appears like it's going to be one of those that takes a while to get through. We're not getting a lot of shots off, are we? Like I'm not sure the mechanics here that we're not. Um, I mean, is it because we have low maneuver? We're not dogfighting these guys very well, or I don't know. Maybe P-38s are really good to get jump on someone, but once they get into the dogfight, they don't do a lot. I don't know. And we are just not getting any. We're getting very few shots off. All right, this looks a little too even for me. I thought P-38s were supposed to be the king of the sky in the Pacific. We're not getting any shots off, and um, or we're getting very few shots off. And when we hit, we're damaging a lot more than I would expect. And when he hits, he's damaging as well, but he's also destroying a few of ours. Anyway, I'm just concerned here. All right, the losses were a little too even for me. I know I lost more than one of these guys. He lost maybe that's close to correct, but we'll check at the end. His cap was flying up at 20,000. Looks like he had some at 12,000, and then they scrambled up to go up high. I'm not sure exactly how this reads, but our bombers should fly in below that as well and get in at lower altitudes. That I guess where I'm going with that is when we bomb Rabaul, hopefully his fighters are too high to really do much to us. All right. Chew up these nicks. We do have P-38s coming in as well. I don't even know how these fighters are going to do. But this is similarly situation where we're sweeping high, hopefully draw his fighters up high, and then our bombers will fly up underneath. I don't know if that'll work today. But this is a lot of fighters. That's the problem that he's got. I don't know if we'll sweep enough out of the sky, even with 3 squadrons coming in, for our bombers to come in without getting chewed up. And these Nicks, I don't. I'll have to look again. But these Nicks, are pretty good bomber killers. The Tojos, of course, probably can handle them on their own even. I don't know the guns that the Tojo has either, but we're able to get a few of these Nicks out of the sky, so that's good. Here come the Tojos. Now we're heavily outnumbered here, and these Tojos are just gonna tear our Warhawks up, it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of even trading going on here. Um, the, we haven't, I don't think we've shot any Tojos down. Maybe he pulled back one due to issues. We shot down a lot of Nicks, but his Tojos are taking out a lot of our P-40s. So this is going to pretty much deplete our P-40 squadrons. Hopefully the P-38s can come in and destroy the rest of these aircraft, or several of them. Yeah, he lost a lot of Nicks and we lost a lot of Warhawks. I'd say probably even, but we'll have to find out when we get back. When we get back in and look at the tallies. All right, it's time for bombing. So that means, I don't know if that means our P-38s are going in later. I'm kind of disappointed if that's the case because we could have we could lose a lot of bombers before that. All right. So he's bombing Wenchao and Rangoon a lot. These Sanyas are actually bombing our ground troops and no visible damage. Okay, we're bombing, so this is making me nervous. I hope our bombers in Burma or Siam, Thailand, Siam, Thailand. I hope they don't go without the P-38s going first. All right, so even so with severe storms, the bombers hitting Morocco are hitting nothing. Um, it's I guess it's fine. See, exactly what I was worried about. These Wellingtons come in without the P-38s sweeping. That's a shame. Um, so because this isn't really a fighter, air-to-air action, raw, I'm gonna skip and see how bad the damage is. We have 16 Wellingtons, 15. We lost 6 of these bombers. Man, that's frustrating. Wow. We lost like 10 or more of these bombers. Man. All right, now we got Liberator 2s. These things, if they're anything like the LB-30s, they're kind of weak. Watch, we're going to sweep the skies with our bombers, and then our fighters are going to sweep later. When there's no aircraft, no fighters flying. Okay. Well, we're hitting the airfield enough, hopefully, to what? There's one fighter. That's so frustrating. Why didn't they do that? So these Wellingtons run away from the fight with one fighter capping, and the ones that came in earlier got shredded when there were a lot more. I don't know. All right, B-24 is bombing. Now they have nothing, no cap up, and again, no P-38s, which is fine because there's no fighters up. Hopefully they come in the afternoon and finish them off. All right, we have Oscars on the ground here destroyed, and hopefully we damage the base enough that he can't use it anymore. All right, another Oscar on the ground. But that's a shame because Wellingtons, we lost at least 10 Wellingtons, and those are hard to come by. So I'm very frustrated with how this played out. And our B-17s are not hitting Rabaul, at least not yet. We'll see. All right, we got 5 B-17Ds hitting Dealey, where he's built up an air base. We do hit it pretty well, even with light rain. Some Tojos interfered, but we give it 8 runway hits and 2 supply hits. Okay, now we're hitting Rabaul. We've swept pretty well. He does have some cap here, but a lot less, and hopefully our B-17Fs. Oh, let's see, we get in under the cap because of the because they were drawn up to fight our. Okay, this is good. We're having some really good hits on Rabaul here. This is kind of important here to what's coming. All right, 2 Nels. This is good news. 2 Nels are destroyed on the ground, and yeah, we also do damage to the base itself. We may not be so lucky here with our with the enemy fighters now that they've been drawn down to our level. Okay, we still get through. It looks like he's layered his cap though, so that was smart. We destroyed another destroyed. We're destroying these what they call torpedo bombers, which I assume are either Nels or Bettys. Also, we're doing damage to the runway, so hopefully that keeps some of these aircraft grounded. Our raid was detected by radar, but I guess his bombers were his fighters were not able to still meet up with our bombers. Some more destroyed torpedo bombers, it says. Yeah, a medium bomber destroyed. Maybe some Bettys and Nels here. And plenty of runway hits also. Yeah, we may incapacitate this base. I don't know how much damage will keep his medium bombers from flying. his twin-engine bombers. But it looks like these B-17s are doing pretty good damage to the base. All right. Well, his fighters got drawn down to our level, so this escape path might be. I mean, we're definitely having to fight through these fighters to get out of here. All right. I'm gonna knock that out here. Okay, so two more nails destroyed on the ground, although it may be worse than that. A lot of base and runway hits, so that's good news. And here we're Tarapo here at New Guinea. We're bombing, beating up on these poor ground troops. Yeah, there's thunderstorms there, so we're not doing much. We might not do much anyway because it's jungle. Oh boy. So that follow-up sweep there at Chiang Mai, I know it was only three fighters, but it could have come in handy when to do that secondary sweep. Even though there's only three fighters, before our Wellingtons got shredded. Man, well, it's the afternoon. If his fighters go back up for the afternoon coverage, maybe our P-38s can finish off more, but no guarantees. I wasn't paying attention to what was. There we go. I wasn't paying attention to what was canceled, but apparently our P-38s came in the afternoon. Maybe we can get some of these Tojos. Um, I don't know. These Tojos seem to be tearing it up. I know these are P-38Es. I don't know that um, different P-38s would do better. In other words, Fs or Gs, but that's what we got. It's P-35, P-38Es. Well, we're getting some of these Tojos because the Tojos, our P-40Ks can't seem to go toe to toe with the Tojos, but these P-38Es seem to be managing okay. All right, we destroyed at least two, but probably more than that. Look at that. We've got two pretty sizable squadrons flying over there. If only both had gone in the morning, that would have saved a lot of bombers. All right, this is a ground attack, but at least we don't see any damage. There's a lot of subs out here. He's certainly covering the space between our bases and his base with subs, that's for sure. Thereby Tulagi specifically. We need to sink these tankers. But he doesn't find us, so we can be there, sitting there waiting for another tanker, and hopefully stop firing duds. Okay, the ground combat begins, and okay, bombardment there in the north of China, by in around Xi'an. And they're bombarding us at Rangoon. One of the reasons for that is just to wear down our supplies. All right, Mogwai, size 4 airfield. That's good. We're going to bring in some more aviation support, and then we can actually have another base to put fighters, keep bringing them closer and closer to where the enemy is, and have that fighter cover. The fighter cover that doesn't seem to matter, because once those Tojos come into the zone, it's kind of maddening there. Get a few ships and air units. All right. This is not pretty, but it's not good for him either. This number 21 is way higher than I would like it to be. I get all the fighters that I lost. I mean, that's part of the process. But when I lose bombers because they don't know how to flee or the sweeps don't go, that's frustrating. But I know everyone who plays this game deals with this every so often. Okay, so we lost 30. He lost 39, 53. So not quite 1 to 2, but attrition wise, hopefully, I mean, we've certainly lost a lot of pilots. Airframes we can't afford to replace. He may not have lost airframes. He may be able to replace easily any of these airframes, but pilots are harder for him to come by, I think. So let's take a look at the details here. Yeah, 53 to 30. All right, so this number is a little bit overinflated, but let's just see. He lost a total of 29. Look at this. Knicks, Tojos, and Oscars, all these fighters. Here's the thing, if I were to be able to, if someone asked me which would you rather shoot down, I'd probably say the fighters, because if he has less and less airframes and pilots for his fighters, then our fighters can control the skies, and therefore later we can work on destroying bombers. But right now, I'm okay with destroying his fighters. He lost a lot to ops, because we damaged a lot, and then I guess as they were heading back or landing, they crashed. He lost 5 Tojos to ops. These may have been on long range cap, because Chiang Mai has had Nix fly. I don't know what he has where, but he had Nix and Tojos over Chiang Mai, and we got 22 total fighters sitting there. We got 15. We got 23 fighters over Rabaul. And then we were able to destroy 7 of his Nels parked at Rabaul, and 1 each of these were to ops, these miscellaneous aircraft. But looking at ours, obviously we get lost. Okay, I said 10. We lost 13 Wellingtons. Terrible. I'm going to have to shut down that whole squadron for a long time. This may take me 2 months or more to replace. P40Ks I can replace. I've got plenty of them, but it's difficult because I have to fly back to Chittagong and pick them up. P38Gs, we lost 3 over Rabaul. Interestingly enough, we lost 0 P-38Es, so that's actually cool. Good to know. We can keep their presence, keep them going strong there in Burma. And I wouldn't mind just doing sweeps for a while, where we clear out some of his fighters and don't even bomb. That's fine with me. Um, let's see. And we have long range cap going. This is what's causing these ops losses. We're losing too many of these valuable bombers, two B-17Fs, which I cannot replace over a ball. Anyway, so that's our losses. All of when you're gonna do a mission like we did, we're gonna lose some bombers. All right. So that's that. Pilots. Okay. So we lost weight. Basically 20. That's nuts. So 20 out of 30. That's 66%. Ay ay ay. Okay. No ships supposedly lost by either side. Um, well, I mean, we didn't hit anything, and they didn't. Let's see. Nothing stands out to me here that we didn't already know about or were told about. Some of this you never know, like the I-10, stuff like that. Well, the I-10, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the one we forced to surface and sank on the surface. Um, so let's take a look around the map and, well, let me just jump into this. Sometimes I do this to let those who are interested kind of pause and take stock of where we're at. Maybe there's something of interest that you can spot here. Um, we do get some aces and um, it's kind of nice. All right. And a lot of groundings due to maintenance. This list is a bit long for my taste. And yeah, and even longer here as we continue to go down. Uh, um, Transporting supplies, repairs. Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look. All right, we're aware of this because of radio. Most like two. He doesn't have much up here, but he has something. We chased away those PT boats at Millie, and I don't know where they are now. Maybe disbanded somewhere. I'm wondering if they were here, so when we invade here, they would shoot down and try to interfere. But, anyway, they're gone for now. But okay, so nothing is happening here. We are building this up a bit, right now, just the fortifications, because I wanna be able to protect this base a bit, and yeah. So we've got it's just a lot of random miscellaneous movements around in this area. But I promise you, we've got some guys preparing for Macon, and we've got another unit coming. I think it's a tank battalion, a Marine tank battalion. Not this guy. It's coming, and maybe it's this. Yeah. So we're bringing some more tanks, and then soon we'll invade Macon. That's on the agenda. But for now, it's just supplies and reinforcements, rearranging what we've got where. And then basically we're there. Our stuff is here. I'm gonna send it up and hit Tulagi this turn. We're going in no matter what. Our carriers have not been spotted, so that's good news. We'll come up through this gap in the subs, and I think we'll park somewhere like up in here, and we'll cover this. This base, I don't know what he has here, um, but the airfield damage is not as much as I would have liked. But if this number is anything we can count on, he has only 29 fighters and 7 bombers now. Uh, he could technically have them brought them here because we haven't been beating up this base enough. And it's although the air capacity is level 1, I don't think he can do much with the level 1 air base. So he's got to fly out of here. Shortlands, I think we've pretty much destroyed that. So he can't shift his bombers here and hit us. Tulagi is just completely destroyed. So he's got to use this base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my B-17s. Hopefully they're not too exhausted. No, they're not. We're going to do a night bombing here to limit what he can do. And I don't know how much damage we'll do, if any, but hopefully it does something, and at least uh, he may have pulled some of his aircraft out. Maybe all this, I don't know. I don't know what's here still. But I don't think I'm going to do the same thing that I did last turn, but let's look. P-38, we have 17 available, 18 fatigue. Um, if I sweep, it won't do much because I'm going to do a night raid. I don't want to do another day raid, I don't think. I don't know. I'll think about that because I could sweep and do another day raid. The there might be something to that. If you look at how many fighters he has left here, it may be worth doing, and we may have worn him out to where we could just shred him pretty good. But yeah, we're kicking off this invasion this turn. Everything is right here, ready to go. Um, and still bringing in stuff, reinforcements. Oh, that reminds me, take a look when we hover over this. Now, you can't see everything that's here, but I know it shows 184 aircraft, but that's in one task force, 183 aircraft, and then 169. So, this is let's just round it up, 370 plus 170. We've got 540, just a few short of 540. Let's say 535 aircraft here. So I think that should be enough. Plus, we've got some fighters that can reach here. Maybe not. That's actually not true. I don't want to stretch my fighters that far. I've got enough fighters here. I'm going to redirect the fighters that are doing long range cap to cover our carriers while our carriers cover the landings. And once we take this base, we can repair the damage fairly quickly, I think, and then bring the fighters directly in here and hold that base. And then what's cool is once we take this base, the rest of these C5 range, everything else is just easy to cap. Then you take Munda, right? And then you cap this. And then you take Shortlands. And with our Marine fighters, we can cap Rabaul. I don't know that I'm going to invade Rabaul yet. Historically, they took a while to retake that, if at all. But this is just a game, and we'll see what our options are here. He does have the equivalent of a couple of divisions at least here. It would take a lot to push that out in jungle terrain. Um, and even this, look at that, 1.5 or so divisions plus. Look at all those AFVs. So yeah, that's going to be a tough nut to crack there. But we'll take this and we'll evaluate. There's no rush. We'll take this and then maybe take all the surrounding stuff up to Choiseul Bay. I don't. Anyway, Treasury Islands, Woodlark Islands. Maybe have you know, some kind of a line here. Maybe even take this, just because I don't want him to have a seaplane base here. Um, and then go from there. But that's for the future. Right now, let's just take Tulagi and we'll not get too ahead of ourselves. All right, we're marching to Buna very slowly. I've got one regiment heading to Tarapo and a lot of stuff heading east to the mountains. All these troops going to Buna. Why is this not? Oh, that's going to Milne Bay. Um, all these guys that are marked for Buna, except for our CBs, are heading east. Once I get there, I'll turn the northeast, and yeah, it's time to push forward here. I think we've got two divisions and miscellaneous other things. Now, when I get in here, I'll have to determine, because he's got a lot of stuff here, I'll have to determine if it's going to take more than that. And maybe we'll do like a kind of an attack to get a feel for what's going on. Um, what I might do is, let's see. Okay, according to this, okay, what I'm thinking of is taking these three hexes so that supplies can only get in by sea and nothing can, slowly trickle down to him. So if I take these three hexes, which really means sending, I think I know exactly what to do. I could send Sparrow and Lark northeast and position them here and here, and then come in, and basically that would completely isolate whatever's here. And also that would mean if we attack and defeat them, they will not retreat, and then we chase them. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, Gull 49. Okay, I'll use Gull and Sparrow because those are the best. Uh, we'll send Gull all the way and Sparrow just right here. Okay, I know that's restarting their marches, but that's fine. We'll take a while to get here. Then we'll take a while to get here. And then we'll just bombard, bombard, bombard. And as these guys get in position, and then once Sparrow's here and Gull's here, we'll send them east, marching in. And in the meantime, by then, we can do whatever we want. All right. Moving on and up, we can see that, well, we have issues with supply at Rangoon, which has already been discussed. What the hope is, and these guys just everything moves so slow here, so slow. It's I have zero control over how fast they go, and it is what it is. It's the slow road stuff, but it's like one of those bad dreams where you're running, but you're moving so slow. because I really need this up. I need to push this operation through to get into here, get into Pegu, to get rid of this threat here. Because low supplies here means whatever our situation is with our troops is kind of meaningless with all of the barriers to supply flowing down this road. And I I don't want to come down here and just get parity and not be able to knock these guys out either. So I feel like I have to take the plunge and just go. Okay. I see he's reinforced this, but still, we should be fine with two divisions and two armored brigades. We should be fine hitting this. It's also clear we can start bombing this, um, which gives me even more determination to sweep this stuff, sweep these fighters out of the sky with heavy efforts so that we can really bomb stuff like this with impunity. But that requires this base to be upgraded, and this is upgrading so slowly. Okay, so once this base force gets here, we'll have double the engineer power here, so this will speed it up. That'll give us what I'm gonna say I'm gonna say in about 6 turns, 6 or 7. So basically, in a week, this will be level 2, and that means we can sweep from Prom, and that means we can, with Hurricane 2Cs, we can sweep into here. I can move all my Hurricane. Well, I have Hurricane 2Cs here, by the way. With Hurricane 2Cs here, we can really get into this. I don't know. I forgot to flip that to move. All right. I don't know. I know I'm all over the place talking about this, but really, we've got him held up here. Again, these are the four hexes that right now are just stalemated. This guy's going to try to get out of here and regroup to join, uh, to be a problem here. And then hopefully breaking through here will break the stalemate. I don't know. Um, I've also got another division released. I can't release this just yet, but almost a full division released that will come down, and I want to say will put us over the edge here. But I'm not committed yet. I might bring it here and then down into this hex to be a problem here. I don't know. It feels like whatever my thoughts are, just not. It feels like wherever I go along this road, it's just going to only cause status quo and not any advantage. But maybe we can get that here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, I am pushing forward with my operation in China. We're sending a lot of troops to this hex right here, and as soon as I've got, um, I think a bunch of stuff just arrived in Changsha, we will flip them into strategic mode, and we're gonna do just like we did before. And before they leave, I'm not gonna toggle them to leave until they're packed, ready to go, and then they'll just poof disappear and reappear down here. We'll shuffle them in as well, and when we've got our roughly, look at this. This is 1600 AV, 1700 maybe AV plus 437. That's over 2000 plus 900, right? So now we're over 3000. So we might be up to 3500 AV. And I'll leave this guy here just to kind of keep this road open. And we'll just push in. We'll just push and push. And with this doom stack, what's he gonna do, right? He may panic and start pulling some of these guys back to you know to he may have to, or have let us push all the way to Ch Hang Chow, and oh, he still hasn't stopped us. Let's keep going to Shanghai. So yeah, we can really threaten this southern part here. Okay. I don't know. Are these guys moving west? Um, these guys are moving so slow. I'm afraid he'll get into our hex before we get up here. But really, there's nowhere to go anyway. And honestly, I'm okay if these guys get eliminated, if they surrender, because that means they'll just come back, ready to go. It's just that I have so much AV potential AV assault value here that I don't want to lose it. I don't want to kill it off before its time because it's already pretty strong. It's just disabled. But I had only a few options. I could run away slowly. I could move here slowly. Anywhere I go, it's going to be slow and tedious. So I figure why not see if I can do something to whatever's here. All right, I'm going to wrap up. I've rambled long enough, and I don't. We'll certainly have some things happen in the next couple turns. And I don't know what that means, what specifically that's going to look like, because there's dice rolls and the opponent has a couple of days of his own as well. Who knows how it's going to play out? But we'll see, and we'll come back and talk about that next time. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.